Top 5 most comfortable football boots 2021. Let's go. But Jay, what is actually a comfortable football boot? Well, to be honest, most boots these days on the market are pretty nice to wear out of the box. But for me, the exceptional ones, the ones that really are outstanding, are the ones that have a really soft and pliable upper, that don't squeeze the foot anywhere, that offer really plush and pleasant fit, like a bathrobe maybe, and also has a good amount of stability. And just before anyone goes and crucifies me in the comments, just because your boot isn't on the list doesn't mean that it's uncomfortable or not nice to wear. There might just be others that do this, oh wow, that feels really good sensation a little bit better. Okay, enough with the rope, because number 5 is the Puma Future Set 1.1, which had quite something to live up to in terms of comfort after the Future 6.1, which was the ultimate plushness machine. But I actually reckon that the Future Set is doing a pretty good job with a very soft and pliable, really pleasant mesh forefoot. And while the Fusion Fit band here in the middle does offer some hold and stability, I've never felt it squeezing my foot to the point where it's uncomfortable. And sure, it might not be as wide and maybe a little awkwardly long compared to the previous Futures, but the Set 1.1 is just one of those boots that feel good and makes you feel at home right away. In fourth, I had to call it a tie because I couldn't decide between the Mizuno Rebula Cup Japans and the Nike Tiempo Legend 8s, because while they might be a bit different in terms of how thick the uppers are, they both do an extremely good job of being very, very comfortable, because both have very soft, really pliable uppers. They mold extremely well and quickly to the shape of your foot, and they both just feel very cozy and nice to step into. And okay, the Legend 8 might be a little bit wider and have the thinner of the two uppers, whereas the Rebula Cup feels a bit more padded and plush and comfortable in the way you would associate with a leather boot. So while I might prefer the Rebula Cups a little bit, I think they both have a really good balance of being extremely comfortable, yet still maintaining that modern and sleek fit. In third place, I've chosen the new Balance Furon 6 Plus, which might come as a bit of a surprise to some. At least it did for me. Because, I mean, what is a speed boot doing on a top 5 comfortable boots list? I know. But anyways, the secret behind that is in the woven fit weave upper, because as you might be able to see, it is very soft and extremely pliable. And because there's just a very thin mesh liner on the inside, it means that when you put it on your foot, it just takes to it like that and it just fits. And because it's also a relatively wide fit, it means that no matter your foot shape, the Furon 6 Plus is gonna feel pretty welcoming from the moment you put that on. And that's pretty impressive, to be honest. So this is a lovely, maybe slightly overlooked gem of a comfortable boot. Well done. Second place is actually kinda similar, the PUMA Ultra 2.1, where you could say a lot of the same things that you just said for the Furon 6 Plus, because the secret sauce behind the comfort level in this bad boy is the Matrix Evo upper, which is just next level soft. You kinda have to actually wear these on your feet to understand how good they feel. One of the reasons is, of course, the softness, but also the really thin liner on the inside that's a little bit foamy, which means that you get that hint of a padded sensation as well as the softness, meaning that since the boot is also relatively wide, the Ultra is just a cozy, comfortable couch for your feet. If that couch had wheels and 300 brake horsepower. Because it still feels like a speed boot, it maintains that sharp touch in the ball, and it's still 160 grams. And only costs 200 euros, so yeah, pretty good cocktail, I would say, and as normal boots go, it doesn't get much more comfortable than the Ultras. But before we reach number 1, let me also highlight a few few other boots that are also very comfortable. For instance, the Puma King Platinum, which is excellent once you've broken it in. There's the Mizuno Morelia Neo 3 Beta Japan, which almost feels painted on with this super soft K-leather forefoot. You have your Lotto Solista 3100 Gravities, which is oddly pleasant given how tight-fitting it is. And finally, the Nike Phantom GTs, which is just a solid, well-fitting knitted boot that I think most people are gonna like. And honestly, all of them are really good. But the best boot for comfort right now, in my opinion, is the Mizuno Morelia Ultra Light Remake, which you might argue is the most comfortable pair of boots I have personally ever worn. And that is because of the K-leather upper that's so soft, so padded and rich, and really molds to the shape of your foot, as if someone had broken them in for 2 years because they just fit like a glove right out of the box. Also, it's got pretty good stability because of the deep lacing and will fit okay for most foot shapes. And actually, these are one of the only boots where I've come back from a shoot and preferred to wear these instead of my sneakers because these are more comfortable to wear. This, for me, is the definition of buttery soft. And if you can live with a pretty high price, admittedly, you owe it to yourself to try a pair of these. Come on. Yeah, that's gonna be a disaster. It's just gonna sit down here. But Jay, hold on. Puma, Nike, Mizuno, New Balance, Puma, Mizuno. Adidas? Where's the Adidas boots? Well, the thing is that I don't necessarily think any of the current Adidas boots are uncomfortable. The Nemesis 0.1 is good, the Predator 3.1 is very nice to wear, but the thing is that their previous top scorer when it comes to comfort, the Copa, is now a little bit tighter fitting and has less leather, and is not as plush and lovely and Michelin man as the Copa 19 and 20 pluses. So, sorry Addy, but not today. But guys, what do you think is the most comfortable boot to wear right now? Let me know in the comment section right down below, where you can also leave your questions. And of course, if you need new comfortable boots, you can buy them all from unisportstore.com via the link right over there. But not, of course, before you made sure you subscribe to the channel with the notifications on. And with those words, guys, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.